Hi everyone, welcome to Kanban Guides, and today I want to talk about work items. Work items are valuable, and so value could be in the eye of the beholder. It could be customer value, end user value, market value, organizational value. Maybe we're protecting a reputation, maybe we're cutting some costs. Maybe it's reducing risk, maybe there's some failure demand, maybe there's something we've done wrong for the customer that we need to fix, we may need to do it right. Or maybe we've taken some shortcuts in the past in the way we've done our work and we need to reduce some technical debt. That is also risk. Maybe there's some risk in terms of our delivery, things that we need to overcome. That's also value. And there's value also in societal value. So for example, are we reducing carbon footprint? Are we passing on plastic? Things like that. But what you shouldn't forget is value is also about learning, because in Kanban, a valuable work item could be about doing a customer interview, could be about doing an experiment, because there's value in that learning, figuring out what the right thing is to do. Because we understand that actually a lot of the ideas that we have, we don't actually know if they're valuable. And in the Kanban world, we understand that a lot of items that we deliver aren't valuable, or maybe have negative value, make things worse. So isn't it better to try and find out empirically if we are on the right track or not? You can run some short experiments. You can also just make your work item really small, just deliver it really quickly. So work items are valuable. So when I see people breaking down work items into items that fit within a particular time period, like for example a sprint, for example, in Scrum, people who don't understand Scrum, what they do is they break down work items, product backlog items they call them in Scrum, and they break them down into subtasks. And those subtasks fit within a sprint, and they get those done within a sprint. And these teams are not following professional Scrum. They don't have a definition of done. They're just breaking down tasks. And that's really dangerous, because what you're doing now is you just get very efficient at creating activities, doing tasks. It's not even a feature factory, it's an activity factory. We're just not even making sausages, we're just making meat and a mess, basically. Nothing is finished. And so in Kanban, what we like you to do, and also in Scrum, we like you to deliver valuable work items, valuable product backlog items. So when I see people with a workflow on the Kanban board where they got a workflow across the top with, say, user stories, for example, or epics maybe at a higher level, maybe even initiatives at a higher level, and maybe goals, objectives, things at that even higher level. But then I see another level below, which is tasks, which are breakdown of these, say, stories above. They start focusing, I notice, on finishing the task, and they lose sight of finishing the stories, the epics, or wherever the value is. And that's really dangerous. And so what I prefer is that what you do is on your valuable product backlog items, maybe you have a checklist on the face of the card. These are the little things that need to be done, the little subtasks that need to be done. You tick them off as you go along. You can even discover new ones, or write additional ones onto the card. When the card moves to done, it's done. And when you do it that way, you're focusing on trying to deliver value. We still don't know we deliver value when we deliver the output, but at least we can get some feedback quickly. We can find out, should we persevere with this, do a little bit more? Should we pivot because we've actually got enough value, or should we just maybe stop and maybe consider doing something completely different? So be careful with work items. They need to be valuable. Be careful about just having task Kanban boards. They don't really help you. That's not really what Kanban is about. Kanban is about valuable work items. That's my nugget today in Kanban Guides. Thank you.